What's up, y'all? This is Isaiah B. I'd like to thank you guys to the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. And without further ado, let's get right into today's topic. So today I want to share 5 ways to decrease anxiety. 5 ways to decrease anxiety. It's important that we discuss this because, in this life, in this time that we're currently living in, it's so much different pressure, whether it's financial, it's relationships, it's family, it's friends. Now it's COVID, There's so many different factors and so many different aspects to this life that we're currently living. Age could play a part, gender, your race, it's so many different aspects, I'll be here all day, explaining each aspect. But, we all can agree that life can, bring some pressure, And for me personally, I'm from the inner city part of Philadelphia, and I've seen many things. I experienced many things. And, honestly, this stuff was traumatizing. I'm not going to share what I've been through or what I've seen, but it's stuff that'll make you, it's stuff that give you the shakes, It's stuff where mentally you're going to start to question if you want to socialize again. I'm just being honest. It'll really start to make you question different aspects of your own life, So I just want to share today 5 things that help me decrease my anxiety. These things have helped me out so much, and they've been so beneficial to me in so many different ways. So the first one is exercise. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, I am a personal trainer, certified personal trainer. I love to add that in. And for me, exercise has been, everything. It gives me time to think, gives me a peace of mind, allows me to have mental clarity, Emotionally, I'm able to get certain things accomplished, and so that's boosting my ego, giving me self-esteem, that's increasing, and just the fact that your physique is improving, that's just a cherry on top. That's just something that comes with it. Because you have to understand, exercise isn't just physical. It's something that you're using your body for, but it's mental too. There's different aspects of resilience that has to come into play when you're working out. There's certain questions you ask yourself in the middle of a workout. And you people who do cardio, you know what I'm talking about. When you usually do, a mile, you do a mile, 3 times a week. Well, on that 3rd day of that week, you start to ask yourself, this mile getting easy. Let me start to do 2 miles now. So that first time you're starting to increase your mileage, that's something you have to ask yourself in the middle of a workout. You're doing something that's uncomfortable for you. You're growing, you're changing, you're improving, and mentally, that's just taking it all in, You're mentally getting stronger just from that little change. So imagine that on a weekly basis. And not just cardio, imagine with strength training, Imagine with resistance against you, how much stronger you would be, and that's what happens. So definitely, anxiety definitely decreased with that just because of the physical and the mental resilience that's, being taken care of, that's being implemented. Anxiety, it has to decrease because just the simple fact that you're working out and you're getting things done, you're getting something accomplished off of your list, Anxiety has no room in that. You know what I mean? Especially if you do it for a while and you start to build confidence in yourself in regards to working out. Yeah. Your anxiety about life, about what happened in the past, your anxiety about what's going to happen, is no longer as strong, before you entered the gym, And so that actually leads me to number 2, meditation. So meditation is a great practice. It's a technique that I feel as though anyone should utilize, all these things I feel like someone should utilize, but especially meditation, for the simple fact that you're able to ponder on your thoughts and really reflect on your life, Now there's different kinds of meditation, but I'm referring to mindful meditation, That's being mindful of your thoughts, of your experiences, of your emotions at the current time. And, just having those things in place will be beneficial to you, So definitely, look into meditation and how it will be able to, change the way that you think, change the way that you feel, and the way that you experience different things within the world, Definitely. And so as you're pondering on your thoughts and reflecting, your anxiety is something that may come up, with a thought or two. And, you're able to prepare yourself, before the day begins. And you'll be able to gauge how anxious you currently feel, how much you're able to, feel nervous or feel tempted by something, and, and it's just in the beginning of the day, so definitely, I obviously do recommend that you begin meditation in the beginning of every day, 7 days a week, because you're preparing yourself for how anxious you may feel, and if it's going to affect your breathing or affect your heart, you're able to prepare for all of that, and, let's be honest, with anxiety, a lot of those thoughts that people have tend to be negative, and that can lead to the anxiety, which leads also to the, tightness of the chest or the tightness in the belly, or even some fatigue. There's different symptoms that people can have in regards to anxiety. But, it all starts in the mind, it all starts in the mind. And that can also lead to the, the counseling piece, you could say, that comes with mindful meditation, because you're able to be mindful of your thoughts, and learn how your thoughts can also lead to the physical, symptoms that you're feeling, so if you have a negative thought, start to gauge how that's starting to make you feel, start to gauge how these thoughts affect you. And meditating will help you do that, So let's move on. Number 3 is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is a natural herb which helps decrease the symptoms of anxiety. It gives you an elevation in mood, clarity of mind, and just a overall calmness, just an overall calmness. And your anxiety, is one of those things where the ashwagandha will decrease it, It will definitely decrease it. So, ashwagandha, there's different brands, there's different types, but, whichever one you feel as though would work, whichever one you review and you learn more about, try it for a little bit, see how that goes. And, if it works, then, stay with it. But if it doesn't, then try another brand, or ask friends or family about it, do your research on it, But just be careful, because sometimes, people tend to sell stuff and, sell you anything, so, but if you don't do your research, you wouldn't know, so definitely look into that ashwagandha. Definitely really cool. CBD also could be helpful, I've heard. I already don't use, any type of medication or drug or anything like that. Ashwagandha really was the closest thing to that. But, CBD has, been recommended too for anxiety. So look into both of those. Some people like to even pair them up, So look into both of those, the ashwagandha and the CBD. So next is journaling. Journaling is writing down your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings on a daily basis, or write them down, if you have the time and space when you're feeling anxious. And, it could just be in a little notepad. But this is going to be good for tracking. So knowing when you feel anxious, knowing what thoughts you just had, that led to you feeling the anxiety the strongest, because if you're able to track it, then you're able to understand where this is coming from. You're able to kind of figure out the root and the cause of your current anxiety, and of course that'd be beneficial. So the last one is definitely therapy. And this is more so going to be for ones who experience high levels of anxiety, like get the shakes at certain times. Because a therapist will be able to help you figure out the subconscious cause. They'll be able to point out the reasons why you feel the way that you feel. And that's the thing about counseling. Because consciously, we're not always aware of our thoughts and our experiences. Sometimes people can point out why they're anxious or what happened in their life that caused them to feel a certain kind of way. But at the same time, there's probably things subconsciously that you do or that you think or that you experienced that affect you right now. But if you're not aware of it, then how could you change it? And a counselor is trained to help you see that. You see? And with counseling too, I want to add, don't think about the money. If you have it and you're able to afford it, utilize it. Especially if you have good insurance, just utilize it. Because you can't let anxiety affect your entire life, and affect the way you experience this beautiful life that we live in, And, as I mentioned, a counselor can help you find the roots and therefore, find a change. So that's it, man. That's all I got. I have my 5 just to go through really quick. It's exercise, meditation, ashwagandha, journaling, and therapy. Those are my 5. These 5 combined will definitely decrease your anxiety. I don't like to put out claims that I can't fulfill, but I can guarantee if you did all these 5, or at least 3 of the 5 collectively, then your anxiety will decrease. It will decrease. So that's it, y'all. That's all I got. If you want to add more to the list, let me know what helped you with your anxiety. That'll be awesome. So besides that, enjoy the rest of y'all night. Y'all take care and y'all be easy. Peace.